Good morning, culés. It is time to wake up and Barca. Live Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on the Undefeated channel. Again, good morning to you all. In today's episode of Wake Up in Barca, we'll be taking a look ahead to tomorrow's La Liga opener. Barcelona taking on Rayo Vallecano. They beat us twice last year. We're going to take a look at those results just as a reminder, and then we'll take a look ahead to Saturday's match, Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. Now, here's the thing. Before we get to that, we got to talk about the registration news. Is Barcelona going to have their full squad? That fourth financial lever has been pulled. We should be good to go, but there's some details we got to discuss. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can be part of the conversation as we catch up on all the news, do a little match preview for Barcelona's La Liga opener, and talk about whatever else comes up conversationally, because that's what we do here on Wake Up in Barca. We have a little bit of caffeine. Oh, it's the spot today. We have some good conversation with our fellow culés. So again, subscribe to be part of that conversation, and let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John. Okay, all right. It's here, folks. It is almost time for La Liga action. But like I said, before we get to our match preview for Barcelona Rayo Vallecano, we'll go over lineups, we'll talk predictions, all that good jazz. Let's first jump over to Twitter, and I'm just going to scroll through here and see what comes up, because I know that we have been pushing for the financial levers. We've been pushing to get these players registered, so let's see what we got here. First thing that shows up from Fabricio Romano on Alex Collado. From his agent here, it says Barcelona's offices discuss final details of a loan move to Elche. All right, that might factor us registering our players a little bit here, but also just a little transfer update. Collado on his way out, looking like Elche. All right, this from Rashad Rahman regarding our registration of our players. La Liga is now reviewing the documents sent by Barcelona, and an answer is expected back today. Oh my gosh, are we going to have to wait all day? Are we going to be waiting around, biting our fingernails all day? Barca Buzz says, the Economic Control Department of La Liga is analyzing the documents it has already received from Barca. They are expected an answer today. Echo chamber, just saying. All right, this could be right from the source here. Gigantes, my man here. Let's translate this tweet, por favor. I can read Spanish, but I'll stumble through it, and I will only understand like half of it. So to English we go. I don't see a negotiation between Rores and Laporta 2 or 3 days ago. I'm sure they spoke at the moment when Barca dropped the first option. Okay, nothing there really. See if we get anything else coming up. Whoa, a little Bernardo Silva update. I think we've already covered this enough. I don't see this happening this year, but Bernardo Silva says, I'm not complaining here, but I feel like other clubs get a lot more credit than Man City doing less. Oh, that has nothing to do with us. Okay. All right, that has nothing to do with us. Nothing on the latest. Let's jump over real quick and see what things I have pinned. This comes officially from Barcelona, all right, regarding the fourth financial lever. FC Barcelona announces the sale of 24.5% of Barca Studios to the company Orpheus Media for an amount of 100 million euros. This sale will serve to accelerate the growth of the club's digital, NFT, and Web 3.0 strategy. Interesting news, but folks, great news for culés. We've pulled that lever. Yes, it is crunch time, but we should be okay registering players. Some reports have said that Kessié is like, hey, if you don't get me in this week, no big deal. Other reports have said Christensen, because he had a little bit of a strain and missed out on the Joan Gamper trophy, maybe if we have to miss 1 or 2, he is one of those 1 or 2. All signs are pointing to whatever happens from here, Lewandowski will be registered. Next, I would go, hate to say it, but I would go Dembele, then Rafinha, then Kessié, then Christensen. That's the order that I would go in. Did I skip somebody? I may have skipped somebody. Let me know if I skipped somebody. But that's the order that I would go in terms of prioritizing registering these new players. And yes, I said Dembele because Dembele, thanks to his selfishness, is considered a new player. His contract expired. So he's not a returning Barcelona player. That is a fresh registration needed. Blech. So thanks for that one, Dembele. Anyway, fresh start, Dembele. Fresh start. We'll talk about what other news comes up, but we are going to get to the match preview for Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. That's what we're going to talk about next. But first, before I get to that, I want to say good morning to the Stash Squad. I want to get my hellos in, see who we got hanging out with us, and then we'll turn and do our match preview. Let's see who we got hanging out. Let me scroll up a little bit. Oh, and there is a poll going on if you want to respond. The question is, will Barcelona get all of their players registered in time? Yes or no? Let me know in the poll. It might be a trick question. I don't know. It might be a little bit of a trap. I don't know. Check it out. Anyway, Harry, hello. Maxime, hello, and good morning. Ernest, hello, sir. Harry's with us. Hello, hello. Ryan Scott starting off the chat. Good morning to you. Winston, how we doing? Felipe, hello, hello. By the way, folks, I know I still have to make some updates for our pre-stream slideshow. That's also going to be going live during halftime of all of our matches. So if you want to be included in our pre-stream slideshow or the halftime slideshow, send in your pictures. So the ones that you're seeing of me, of Ayush, and some other folks, Alex Hernandez I know is on there, throw on your Barca kit, or if you don't have one, make a sign, write something out, be creative, hold it up, show your love and support for Barcelona, take that picture, send it in, let me know your YouTube handle so I can give you credit, and then you'll be part of the slideshow there. I'm inviting everyone in the Stash Squad to be part of that. It's just a fun little perk about being part of the community. You get to have your image up in lights there. So please do send those pictures right down below. You can do it on Instagram at The Undefeated Mustache John, Twitter at The Undefeated MJ. And then, of course, follow me on those accounts. Also on TikTok, right there, at The Undefeated MJ. I digress. Who else we got hanging out with us? Theophilus, good morning to you. KN1, haven't seen you in a little bit. Good to see you in here this morning, though. Ovi, how's it going, buddy? Always putting a smile on my face. Kyle Cash, what's up? Said, played the FIFA 23 beta, and it was Goal City with Lewandowski. Hope it's the same in real life. I suspect so. I suspect great things from Lewandowski. He's coming in fit. He's coming in motivated, ready to take on all challenges wearing the Blaugrana kit. Like I said in Wednesday's episode where I went over 8 bold predictions for Barcelona's upcoming season, not only is Louis going to get lots of goals this year, but assists. He's going to get double digits in La Liga. First time getting double digits in a domestic league. You heard it here first, folks. It's going to happen. Harry says, good morning, Uncle John. Hope you're well. I am well. It's Friday. We're feeling good. I got a pretty busy day ahead of me, but no big deal. Speaking of what's ahead of me, actually, folks, I want to make sure I give a proper shout out here. Let me pull this up. I'm going to be making an appearance later on a channel that some of you are going to be familiar with if you're here for our chats regularly. I will be appearing on Michael Talks Football. That's going to be in about 2.5 hours, a little bit more than. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Right now, I got 7:23, rounded up to 7:30 just to make it easy on yourselves. So about 2.5 hours, I will be on Michael Talks Football. He's invited me on as a representative of the Culés community to come on and talk all things Barcelona. So make sure you check him out, subscribe to the channel when you get a second, and come hang out with us 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Michael Talks Football. Shout out if you're watching, Michael. All right, what else we got going on before we jump over and do a match preview for Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano? Who else we got in the chat? Maxime says, ESPN are anti-Barcelona. They don't know La Liga fair play. La Liga fair play is different. Financial fair play is different than other leagues. Even club like Sevilla and Celta Vigo are struggling. Betis as well. There was a report today that we apparently approached Arsenal for trying to take on Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin wants to get his contract canceled by Arsenal, but he's looking at Real Betis. He's so in love with Betis. He went out on loan last year. That's all he wants. But Betis also in a similar situation where they can't register all of their players. So it's not just Barca. La Liga is pretty strict with their financial fair play. So good point to you, Maxime. Coffee at Don says, "What's up, fam? How we doing, sir?" Cheers to you, Coffee. Very good, very good. What else we got? Ambarish says, "The world always wants something to laugh at us." Hey, it happens. All right, haters gonna hate. We're not focused on it. Here's the thing. Madrid won another trophy. Congrats to them. But what you see immediately when Real Madrid fans get a trophy, they immediately turn and make it about their rivals. They compare it to Barcelona. They mock Mbappe for not coming and staying at PSG. We don't need to be like that. When we have success, and it's coming, my friends, it is coming, remember that lesson. Don't make it about your enemies, about your opponents. Let it be about the Culés community, the Stash Squad here. Celebrate with the people who were there with you all along. Don't turn it into a negative thing, right? Celebrate the positivity. That's what we're here to do, folks. What else we got going on in the chat here before I turn and do our match preview? We're going to jump over and do that in just 1 second here. Ryan Scott says, "When will members or Discord be a thing?" Discord is coming. Discord is coming. Might not be ready by tomorrow, but Discord is coming. It is high up on the list. Ayush will be happy to hear that. Shout out to Ayush if you're watching. But Discord is coming. Members, I'm still figuring out. That's probably going to be a little bit later in the year. I want to make sure it is worth the value that I put on the price tag there. So, or make sure the value is worth the price tag that I put on it, is how you say those words. So it's coming up, Ryan. I appreciate you asking. Kyle says, "Ain't nobody worried about those Madristas." I feel the same way. Pancho Mike says, I think Madrid bring it up just because Madrid tied Barca for the cup. It makes sense. Kyle says, "Can I get a private Patreon from you?" Patreon will be coming. Not the kind of private that you're talking about, Kyle, I would assume. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's not the weekend yet. Anyway, folks, I think it is time that we jump over and we talk about this upcoming match. Barcelona hosting Rayo Vallecano. La Liga action kicking off. This is going to be Barcelona's home opener for the 22-23 season. If you did not see my 8 predictions for this upcoming campaign, go back, check it out. It's on Wednesday's episode of Wake Up in Barca. 8 bold predictions for this upcoming season. Before we take a look at this upcoming match, let's jump back and take a look at last year's results. Yes, we beat Rayo in the Copa del Rey, but Rayo got the best of us twice. Pulled the double on us last year. They beat us in October. That, if you recall, was actually Ronald Koeman's last match for Barcelona. That was the final straw. He was sacked after that. Sergi Berjuan came in for a couple matches, but then it was all Xavi. However, despite our tremendous turnaround, burps, we still could not get over the Rayo hurdle. They beat us again in April, 1-0 both times. So we got our work cut out for us. Rayo are not going to be coming in to the Camp Nou and just rolling over. All right, we got our work cut out for us, like I said. So this match is coming up Saturday, 3 p.m. We will be doing a live watch-along. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on so that you know when we're live. We'll do a little pre-match stream. We'll get excited. We'll go over the lineups, any news that's happening. For all we know, we're going to have to wait until last minute to see if our players are registered. I digress. Come hang out with us for the watch-along party tomorrow. It's going to be a good time, all right? But before we get to that, I do have some predictions in terms of the potential lineup that Barcelona could go with, and then we'll talk about maybe a prediction for a scoreline as well. Now, I've left off Braithwaite. I've left off Umtiti. I think other than that, I've got a pretty updated roster here. So let's just kind of speculate at Xavi's starting 11 for this first match coming up against Rayo Vallecano this Saturday. Starting with the back line, of course, it's going to be the trusty Ter Stegen between the posts. This is a big year for Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. He needs to redeem himself. He needs to show that, hey, now that we have a proper back line with proper depth, I'm still your guy between the posts. And Naki Peña, he's coming up. He will have his day, but this is a big year for Ter Stegen. That back line, I believe, will feature Jordi Alba on the left, Eric Garcia on the left-hand side with Araujo as his center back pairing. I got Dest out there on the right. I know he did not feature much in preseason, but I hope, fingers crossed, it's because Xavi was experimenting a little bit, not fully sold on Dest, but he's still our only natural right back on the squad right now. So while I think we'll see something different for bigger matches, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Champions League, late in Copa del Rey, there's going to be some changes to this back line. I think this is a lot of what we're going to see this year. Yes, Koundé will slide in there, but I don't think it's going to happen just yet. I think Koundé is going to take a week or two, maybe a little bit more, no rush, to get settled in, build that chemistry. Then we'll see Koundé join in on that back line. PK, of course, is battling an injury, not fully fit. Christensen, same thing. So by default, I'm going Garcia, Araujo, and then Dest out on that right-hand side. In our midfield, no shocks, no surprises. I know some of you are going to be calling for Gavi, and maybe that will happen. Maybe it will be Gavi over De Jong. But De Jong, fighting through a tumultuous transfer saga, Man United, Chelsea, wages, all of these things. But he looked great in preseason. You can't overlook the young Dutchman. Frankie de Jong gets the start next to Pedri with Busquets in that pivot role. I think we will see heavy rotation this year. Not like last year where it was these three match in, match out. We're going to see heavy rotation this year. Kessié, Gavi, all have something to say about that starting midfield. Pjanic is out there. He'll get some playing time at some point. Who knows? Maybe more than I suspect. Who knows? Who knows? I'm also speculating on him having the number 16. Let me know what you think about that. There's a couple numbers here I'm speculating on, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So that leaves our starting front three, our attacking options. Another surprise here, I'm not going Ansu. If you asked me a month ago, would Ansu Fati be starting on the left-hand side? I would say yes, guaranteed. But based off of the preseason and the fact that Ansu not really there mentally yet. Seems a little bit off. He's lacking that confidence. He's lacking that sharpness. For those reasons, I'm going Dembele left, Rafinha right, and they'll swap. They'll go back and forth in the run of play. They also may start on opposite sides. They're interchangeable in those positions. And then most importantly, centrally, Lewandowski, the big Polish striker, getting all the goals this season. This is my starting 11 that I'm predicting. Let me know what you think. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? What would you change? And in terms of prediction for the scoreline, when we look at tomorrow's match, I know Rayo beat us 1-0 the last two times we played them in La Liga. But this is a very different Barcelona team. So my prediction for this upcoming match, Saturday, Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. I'm going 4-0 Barcelona. Let's jump right back onto that 4-0 train that we had running at the end of last season. Let's get back into things. I'm saying a goal from Lewandowski, a goal from Pedri, a goal from Dembele, and a goal from Jordi Alba. What? Are you serious right now? Yes, I'm calling it. Starting it off right there. Lewandowski, Pedri, Dembele, Jordi Alba, 4-0 victory over Rayo. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. And you can watch it live, not the game. Let me say that again. We can watch it live together during our live watch along tomorrow. Come hang out with us. I'll be doing the play-by-play commentary. You won't miss any of the action. I'll have a scoreboard going with the timer. We'll have lineups. We'll have good conversation with our fellow culés. We'll make sure the Madristas don't invade us and spoil the conversation. But we'll have a good time, folks. That is, again, 3 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. That's going to be tomorrow. Convert that for your time zone, whatever that is. I know we got culés watching from around the world. Let me turn to the chat here and see what you think about my lineup and my predictions. Let's get your reactions, keep the conversation going. And of course, if you are watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. I do read them. I respond to most of them. Let me know your thoughts about, will Barcelona get all their players registered? And what do you think about a starting lineup for the match against Rayo Vallecano? We'll see here. Chris E says, our starting back four will be Alba, Kunde, Eric, and Araujo. That is a strong possibility. My heart wanted to go with Dest. I'll say that. There's a strong possibility that it will be Araujo out at right back. Chris says, doesn't think that Xavi trusts Dest. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Felipe going 3-0 Barcelona. Love to see it. I'm with you on that. I'm going 4-0, but I love the prediction. People asking Kyle for his predictions. What do you got, Kyle? What are we going with? Says 3-1. Who's getting those goals? Let me know. Sahil says, my prediction is 3-1 Barca with Lewandowski, Brace, and Dembele on the score sheet. Thank you, Sahil. Good morning to you. Love to see it. Kyle says 2 goals from Lua and 1 from Pedri. Ryan Scott says, my prediction is 6-0, Lewandowski hat trick, Pedri, Boosie with 2. Ryan, I love you, buddy. Love your imagination. And you know what? I hope you're right. I hope that comes true. 6-0 to Barca would be absolutely amazing. Andrese says, you're on point with the lineup and match result. Well, thank you, Andrese. Glad you agree. Excuse me. Got a little frog in my throat right now. My apologies. Other predictions. Ovi says 4-1, 1 from Lua, 2 from Dembele, 1 from Pedri. Love it. Akiko says, I think Gavi is a great rookie. Not so much a rookie. I know this will be his first year officially registered with the first team for the whole season. Hopefully he gets that number 6. We're still waiting on that. I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad if we get a Gavi announcement and he's not wearing the number 6. If for some reason, somehow, some way, Pjanic ends up with 6 and Gavi keeps 30 or goes with some other number, there will be a rant. There will be a rant. I don't think it'll happen. I feel very confident that Gavi will get the number 6, that all will be okay. We'll have our next 6 and 8 pairing. What'll be interesting for me is who takes the number 5 once Busquets moves on. That'll be an interesting one. Maybe one of our center backs. Maybe a Garcia. But I think Kunde, I gave Kunde 23 because that's his number, and that's what Umtiti was wearing. So Umtiti, once he actually finds a new home, that 23 probably going to go to Kunde. I would assume. I would assume so. Chris Ruiz says 3-0, starting off the season right. Love to see it. Kyle Cash says, hey, we got 46 people watching and 10 likes. Okay. My stash mods are calling you out. We got to pause for a second. We got to get those likes up. We got to increase those numbers. I'm seeing, excuse me, frog in the throat. I'm seeing 48 people hanging out watching right now. 48 culés coming in to the Stash Squad community. So take a moment. If you're enjoying the content, which I know you're not, or you're watching, you're still watching right now, hit that thumbs up. Smash that like button, as they say. Do all the things that the YouTubers ask you to do. Subscribe, turn on notifications, yada, yada, yada. But right now, hit that like button. Let's get those numbers up. Easiest way to support the channel and probably the most impactful in terms of getting that algorithm going, getting some fresh eyes on the channel as we continue to build out this community. What we're doing here is we are trying to bring together culés from all over the world to come together to support the badge, support each other, and show that despite any possible conflict we may have because of our differences, we can set those aside. We can come together to support Barcelona, to cheer on the Blaugrana, which is exactly what we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Wake Up in Barca, plus all of the live matches. So again, if you are watching for the first time, this is your invitation. We've got a very exciting season coming up. You don't want to miss any of the conversation that's going to be happening here on the Undefeated channel. So subscribe and come hang out with us for the live streams. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions, your opinions. This is a great place to express yourself, to get to know your fellow culés, like I said, from all over the world. I've had the opportunity to meet people that I never would have connected with if not for this channel. So I am very fortunate, I am very blessed, and I am so excited for this upcoming season. So one more time, folks, hit the like button if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, come back, hang out with us all season long on the Undefeated channel. Fantastic stuff. I just got chills. I'm so excited for this year. Lewandowski, Pedri, Gavi, Rafinha, Dembele. So excited. So excited. for this upcoming season. Anyway, Max says 1-0 with an Araujo goal. Love to see it. Chris says, so far, Collado is wearing number 6. If he leaves, Gavi will probably take it. Yeah, Collado definitely out. That's not going to be permanent. Those preseason numbers, I know some people were wearing their regular or expected numbers, but a lot of those are fugazi. It ain't real. Carlos says, Lewandowski top scorer for Barcelona. I agree. That's definitely happening this year. KN1 says, I think Ansu will break onto the scene again. 5-0 to Barca. I'd love to see it. Hopefully Ansu was just taking it easy in the preseason, and we're going to see that spark, that flare, that flash that we all know that he still has. Mikey Me saying Barcelona 3-0. Love to see it. Pogi says, definitely a goal from Lewandowski. I think that's everybody's feeling right now. Maxime says, what do you think about PK playing for free? I think either for his divorce with Shakira so that we forgive him, or to impress Xavi that he makes him a starter again. Oh boy, poor PK. Poor PK. The whole world is against him because of his divorce with Shakira. I'm not here to judge people's personal lives, all right? We're not in his shoes. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. So let's try to have some empathy for one of our captains, all right? Let's show him some support. I know it's fun to tease him, but at the end of the day, poor guy. In the last leg of his career, he just wants to finish with some dignity, maybe a trophy or two, but you divorced one of the most beautiful and loved women of the entire world in Shakira. So I feel bad for you, PK. A lot of heat coming his way. He's going to get the whistles all season long, every stadium, including the Camp Nou, which I hope that dies down. Puyol has come out in support of him. It's a good sign. We need to do the same. We got to support our guy. Kyle Cash says, I would cut PK for divorcing Shakira. Man is crazy. I love you, Kyle. I love you, buddy. Those hips, hashtag those hips don't lie. I love you. Good memories. Good memories. Ovi says, right now, yes, Vinny is the best, but who knows what Dembele can bring if he is healthy for the whole season. Dembele, Rafinha, Ansu Fati, and guys, we still have Ferran Torres. He was injured in the preseason. He's got now another few months under Xavi's teachings. I know he's not in the squad going full contact, as they say, but he's still around the club. He's still learning. And so give Ferran Torres a little bit of time too. Let's not write him off just yet. Harry says, hashtag whenever, wherever. I'm really enjoying the love and support for Shakira. That cracks me up. All right, let's go ahead and close out our poll and see what our results are. Of course, the options that you had were for answering the question, will Barcelona register all new signings in time for Saturday? Yes, Visca Barca, or no, I'm a Madrid or a Chelsea fan. We did get 62 votes, 95% saying yes, Visca Barca. Sure, it's a little bit of a trap where I color that second response with something a bit negative, but that's my right as stream producer and owner of this channel. So cheers to me for being silly. All right. Folks, I think that is going to be just about it. Chris E. asks, will the Culés make a return with the start of the Liga season? Yes, it will. I should have been doing it all summer long, but, you know, I kind of took a break on a couple of things. So we will be back Saturday, live stream, Barcelona, Rayo Vallecano. Come hang out with us. I will be showing the Culés, which is the top chatters for the week. So if you've been coming and hanging out with us, if you've been participating in the conversation, you get your name up in lights when you get on that top 10 list. So every match, we like to refresh, give a little shout out to everyone who's been participating in that conversation. So that is going to do it for today. Keep your eyes out for news, financial lever, player registration. If anything major happens, maybe I'll do a bonus stream. All right, who knows? But my expectations are that we're going to register all of our players by the end of business today. I'm going to wake up tomorrow to good news. We're going to have a wonderful match against Rayo. You all are going to come back, hang out for the watch along. Barcelona are going to win 4-0. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, drop a like before you go if you haven't done so already. Go over to Michael Talks Football, check out his channel, subscribe, and tune in at 10 a.m. in about just a little bit over 2 hours. I'll be live on his channel. We'll be talking Barcelona, so come hang out, and then I'll see you again Saturday. So lots happening on the Undefeated channel, lots happening for Barcelona, a very exciting time to be a Culers. So again, welcome. Thank you all for spending your time with me. I appreciate you coming and starting your morning. Let's have a wonderful weekend. Lots of positive interactions, high fives, and hugs for anybody who wants them. Go out there and do good things, folks. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in and taking a ride, and I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.